I'll press on. Yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to Freak Clark and his family.
Without question, I mean, it's a really difficult road.
New group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Porzingis comes in for Ilyasova. Anthony's checked in for Derek Williams. And Rogers subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Zhang comes in for Lee. Levine's checked in for Wiggins. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Jared Bayless. On the court for Minnesota, Rubio and Levine teaming up in the backcourt. Zhang is out there with Muhammad. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers played some outstanding basketball. He dropped in 15 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. A performance like this was just the trick his team needed to snap their losing streak.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. Fourth, Freak.
One of the great things about the three-point shot is that it gives the fans an opportunity to anticipate it going down. And when this guy touched the ball, everybody thought it was going to be splash.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
There's the bucket. Good. 9 points for Carmelo Anthony.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
And all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. And let's take a look now at some stats for Carmelo Anthony. Great showing for him last season. He put up about 20 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Impossible to guard right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
New York leading by 16. Over to the left wing. Kicks to Freak. Pass to Porzingis. It's Freak, top of the key. They get the rebound. O'Quinn, his second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
The dish now to Calderon. And stolen by Zhang. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of the game. Rubio outside. Three-pointer. And that one's good. Levine's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Feeds it to O'Quinn. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. They get it again. Rubio dishes to Levine. He feeds it to Towns. Here's Muhammad. Here's Dang. And finally they hit one.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Knicks lead by 13.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. Passing has been outstanding. You guys are playing smart team basketball. We've got to continue to share the ball exactly as we have been. But we did get a nice lift off the bench in that half. I might want to stay with some of those hot hands, so every...
We'll get back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Knicks, Ilyasova, he's checked in for Porzingis. Derek Williams comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Rogers subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. And then for Minnesota, Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Levine. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Rogers in at point guard. Williams is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Roten in at the two-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Scooped up. And Lopez gets it to go. Lopez has got 19 points.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Calderon comes in for Roten. Minnesota also with the sub. Jang, he's checked in for Lee. Now here's Muhammad. He's guarded by Calderon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wiggins inside the line. And the shot is long.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And a wide open look for Freak. From outside, off the mark. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Bulls in Chicago.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, it's hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
Here's Muhammad. It's hauled in by Ilyasova.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
The pass to Muhammad. Here's Bayless. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And checking out some numbers for Andrew Wiggins. Some last season stats for him. He put up about 15 points a game last season, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
Rogers passes to Calderon. He dishes it to Freak. Off target with his 3. Timberwolves trail by 13. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. And that's 13 points for Andrew Wiggins. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Looking here at some numbers for Calderon, he had a strong showing last season. 3rd in free throw shooting, 15th in steals, and he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, I mean, it's about confidence and routine when you're at the line, and he had it.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Wiggins drives in. Soft touch off the glass. Wiggins has got 15 points.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Got it up. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. The Knicks making a change here. Rogers is checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Nikola Pekovic comes in for David Lee, and it's Jang in for Levine. So on the floor for Minnesota, Anthony Towns and Pekovic are up front. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Jang in at the 3 spot. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Rogers. Here's Lopez, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Lopez has got 6 in the quarter.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
Towns, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
In the first half, he was able to get to the line a little bit more. Let's see if he can pick it up here.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Knicks?
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Something else you like to see is how well they've shot their free throws tonight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. David Lee checked in for Nikola Pekovic, and Levine subbed in for Jang. Timberwolves trail by 18. Rubio outside. Here's Wiggins. No luck. Anthony with the defensive effort. New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Knicks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, always nice to win the first one as they'll go up 1-0 in the season series against the Timberwolves.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Lopez. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
Levine kicks to Muhammad. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Martin's checked in for Minnesota. He hits the 2nd from the line.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Bielitsa, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Bayless, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
I don't have an idea either. A little heat check there, but yep, he's still cooking, and Greg, he's cooking with gas.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 5. New York, no good that time either. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the
men amongst boys tonight.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Robin Lopez. We saw him come out looking very confident, making his first 5 shots of the game.
Just a sense.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.